All right, well, since she's out of commission, you know, carburetor boot's completely messed up. It's just one air filter. I'm thinking, I have this piece of steel, and I believe it's like it's pretty much like a 2x4, but in steel. And it just so happens to fit so nicely in there. So I was thinking about maybe, I know there's like a lot of random holes. Could fill that in with weld, but they're not really gonna do that much damage, I should say. But thinking new, wider swing arm so I can have bigger tires and not have to worry about clearance issues. And also get rid of a lot of this play in my wheels with probably using a lot of spacers or something. Just tighten everything up and also figure out, hold on, let me find it. Also figure out this rack and pinion. This is something I've been really wanting to do. I just haven't honestly done it. I'll have to widen the spindle. I'll have to widen the spindles a fair amount, but you know, once I have it on here, this won't be the full length. It's not cut to length or anything like that. Just have it pretty much kind of mounted, something like that. Probably have it cut off, I don't know, somewhere around here and there. And then that way I can have maximum, also have my pivot point. So as you see, the pivot point here is in the middle. I will have my pivot point sitting on top, right above my center to where my steering rod is. So I think this will be really good for steering. It'll upgrade my steering a whole lot. It's just I'll pretty much have to take off the motor, take off my gas tank, take off my center console, take out my steering. So it's pretty much gonna be like a full freaking teardown on this thing. This is something I'm kind of scared to do because it involves a lot of work, something I've never done before, something I'm gonna have to figure out all on my own. But you know what? I knew it was gonna have to happen eventually because this steering is too sketchy. I'm always flopping all over the place. I'm gonna use the same spindles as these guys already braced up and everything, and they're in really good condition. It's just, yeah, this steering is just not what I'm wanting at all. So, yeah, I guess I'll start brainstorming, maybe start tearing this thing apart. All right, I got everything I need. I'm just gonna start by pulling off this center console and this engine, and yeah, I'll get a time lapse of that going for you guys. All right, well, now that I have that off, that's a big thing that I was wanting to do. Man, this thing is freaking naked with no front swing arm and no center console. But man, is this thing just a wiring mess. There is stuff everywhere, like fuel, well, this is the fuel tank. These, I don't even know fully what they're for. I'm not understanding it. This guy, where's he lead? No way. How the heck was that working in the first place? All right, well, this wire is supposed to connect to somewhere over here. I'm not sure where, though. It was working, and then it just kind of stopped working. All right, so I just marked out my piece of steel. I think it should be, looks pretty good. I upped it. So this is 21 inches from top to top. So I just upped it to 30 inches. So we'll be a lot wider on the front. Could honestly go even a little bit shorter. I just made it an easy 30 so that I have a very easy center point for my pivot, because I know that this thing is gonna be very crucial when getting it perfectly centered. When I cut this piece of metal, I'll just use this steel here to help build up a bracket right at center 15 or like 15 center or whatever, and raise it up probably a good inch and a half, just because it's so long there'll be already a lot more angulation, but with it lifted up a little bit, it should be pretty damn good. All right, with the spindles on, kind of just balanced to level with random stuff. I think it's gonna have to be this long. This is it shortened all the way, and yeah, so it's definitely gonna have to be wider. Let me just get the measurements on this real quick. All right, so it's 34 inches long, which is a lot wider than I was expecting. Yeah, I'm fine with like cutting it up there and then welding, because I can extend this like a full inch and a half. So I'm not too worried about that. I'll get my toe and whatnot figured out after. So that will just be my cut mark there and there. I just got to figure out the angle for this guy and then somehow mark that, I guess. All right, I got my lines marked out. I'm just gonna go ahead and start cutting, I guess. All right, I pretty much got all the pieces cut. I'm very tired. As you can see, I'm just covered. I did wash my hands, my arms, but I'm calling it a night. It's like almost 11 o'clock at night. I got work tomorrow. I got to get up, so I'm just gonna go to bed. Get home after work, continue on the mower, and I'll kind of show you guys then what I got done. But so far, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it was a lot of work to get to where I am right now. All right, just at the old Princess Auto. Had to pick up some new grinding discs. Really ran out of mine pretty much where that circle, like where those letters kind of go in show. That's how small my disc was. So I had to get a new one. I got a 10-pack, not too bad. I also got a steering rod. I'm thinking I'm just gonna cut this in half and use this for my adjustment, just because it's gonna be like close to 40 inches wide, roughly, just for the axle, not including the wheels. So it's gonna be really wide. It's gonna be like, I don't know, 60 inches wide on the front, and that's just, I think that's too wide. So I'm gonna cut this in half, use this for my adjustment, maybe even a little bit less, just because I don't need such a long adjuster. It doesn't need to go that wide, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just gonna head home and start fiddling with this stuff. All right, we got the new blades. There's so many marks on this thing. I'm gonna be cutting it at this line here. It's like 31 inches, I think. Oh no, 28 inches, sorry. With these spindles on, it's like 31 inches. So they're still not fully grounded down. I still need to make them even and level, but I'm gonna be cutting it here now instead, just because I actually was able to find some shorter adjuster arms that I had on hand. That steering rod I was gonna use, this guy does not fit the threads. Yeah, this thing, not the right threads, it's whatever. I'll just return it tomorrow. And then, yeah, so pretty much I just gotta cut that guy, and then I guess trim this guy up a little bit. Sorry for that dog whine in the background, she's in her cage. Pretty much try to make that fit that somehow. So find center. Well, the center's probably gonna be about here, just when it's cut over there. So I'll have it probably somewhere in there. I might have to use a different piece of metal just because this is shorter than I wanted to do, but it's all right. Plus, I need to get these holes drilled so I can fit the bushing. I do not have a drill bit big enough to be able to drill something like that. The thing will be cut at an angle, so don't worry, that little rusty grind hole is not gonna be there anymore. It's gonna be cut like there and like there, kind of rounded off, and I'll probably have utilize this and make it come off like It's kind of to see, but I'll probably have it come out at an angle like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to end it for tonight as I'm tired and can't cut a hole. So kind of just stuck here. But yeah, I'm getting really, really close. I'm really, really excited to how this is turning out. But yeah, so I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, so here we are. I've done a lot of work off camera. I've been really, really busy the past couple days. So I've just been trying to get this done like whenever I really can. I was originally trying to, where is that piece? Oh, actually, I used it. You can see here, there's some markings and whatnot. These two pieces were from the original piece I was gonna use for this. But I had someone point out to me that just using the old like lawnmower axle with that already has a hole pre-drilled and everything would work really good. And I was like, I thought about it and I'm like, he's not wrong. The only problem with this is that the pivot hole or whatever is slightly more to the one side than the other. Yeah, it's slightly more off to this side. So I'll just have to line up the hole with my middle mark, and then I'll get her welded in place. We'll tack it for now. I've been tacking and then fully welding. I have this thing fully welded up, and then that side fully welded up. You know, it's okay, it does the job. I also have it welded up on the inside, but you know, I'm not gonna really show that, it's kind of ugly. Yeah, I'm just gonna get my center holes marked out, dry this off a little bit, and that is the front axle fully welded. Holy, this has been such a pain to do, to figure out, to do everything on. I mean, it was a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but it was so hard. I was trying to, like, this may look ugly to a lot of people, but to me, that looks amazing. You know, some spots are a little iffy on the quality, but I don't know. It'll hold. I know it will hold. It's strong as heck. I'm just gonna give this a little grind down, smooth everything out, and yeah. All right. She seems to like to stay up. I think it just needs a little bit more grinding, but now you can stay up. Oh, now you want to go back down. She's gonna put a little wear and tear into you. As you can see, we have a serious amount of angle. That's actually exactly what I was wanting. I just got to get the steering figured out now. So I just have it up on a deer lift right now, so I can get underneath it a lot easier. I don't feel like freaking crawling on the ground. Oh my Lanta. This thing is ridiculous, man.